So why haven't we seen Robin in any modern DC movie? He didn't show up when Christian Bale played the role of Batman, didn't make an appearance when Ben Affleck took over the role, and wasn't even hinted at if I'm not mistaken. Now that the new Batman movie played by Robert Pattinson has been released, for the time being, we haven't seen any signs of Robin yet. I myself, I'm sure many of you have always wondered why we haven't gotten a Robin yet in any of these films. He's Batman's right-hand man, and is the most iconic superhero sidekick in the world. So, will we finally see the Boy Wonder in action on the big screen? Many questions are circling around this topic, and I think I got something pretty interesting to tell you about this. Disclaimer, all information that I do say in here is based on my own knowledge and my own theory on what I think could possibly happen. Do not take what I say as law, but have an open mind and stick around to the end. Make sure to leave a like on this video, and be sure to subscribe. Now, it's time for the theory. There has been a total of 5 Robins in the mainstream Batman progression. Let's go down the list for the people that may not know who these people are. We have the first Robin, the OG granddaddy, Dick Grayson. The first Robin to fight alongside the world's greatest detective, and later become Nightwing. Next we have Jason Todd, becoming the second Robin after Dick Grayson, then later after being killed by Joker was resurrected and was known as Red Hood. After we have Tim Drake, arguably the smartest Robin to aid the Dark Knight on numerous adventures together. Following up is Stephanie Brown, probably the most complex Robin, who was the daughter of the villain Cluemaster and had an intimate relationship with Tim Drake's Robin. Also then became Batman's third Batgirl, behind Barbara Gordon and Cassandra Cain. Lastly on the list, we have Damian Wayne, the only Robin to be related to Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Talia al Ghul, as of right now is the current Robin that we have today. Now that you have a quick full rundown of all the Robins that have fought alongside the Caped Crusader, it is time to give you my theory. Now in the beginning I asked you a question. Why haven't we seen Robin yet in any modern DCU movie? Christian Bale gets 3 films and we don't get a Robin. Ben Affleck gets the Justice League before he gets Robin. Now at this point in time, the only hope we have left is if Robert Pattinson will get a Boy Wonder. And I'm here to give you my theory on not only if we will get a Robin, but what Robin would best be suited for this Batman as of right now. Time to set the mood as we dive into this theory. Cut the light shining. So let's explain my first part of the theory. Will this Batman get a Robin? Spoiler warning, if you haven't watched the new Batman movie by now, then to let you know before you continue watching, there are likely spoilers ahead. I have 2 Robins in my theory that would be best suited for this Batman to have in this specific universe. The first Robin that I will mention is Jason Todd. Here's my reason for that. In the movie, it's basically about Batman finding out that his father, Thomas Wayne, wasn't the man that he thought he was. To sum it up, his dad was corrupt. He made a partnership with Falcone to get rid of a reporter, and during the process, didn't know Falcone was going to kill the reporter. So Bruce Wayne's dad had a connection with the villain. As for Jason Todd, his father worked for Black Mask, and Jason's father ends up getting killed by Black Mask. So both Jason and Bruce have dads that worked with villains. To add to this, both Jason and Bruce Wayne have lost their mothers as well. In the Batman movie, Batman is dealing with the Riddler, who grew up in an orphanage that was put together by Bruce Wayne's father, Thomas Wayne. Riddler's motive during that movie was to show Bruce, after finding out that he was Batman, that the system that Riddler was in was corrupted and that him and the kids involved in that orphanage were left abandoned because all anybody else could care about was what was going to happen to poor Bruce Wayne, and that Bruce didn't endure the struggles of what it was really like to be an orphan in a damaging system. Here's where I'm going with this. Jason Todd is an orphan. In the Batman movie, the orphanage is mentioned a lot in this. Could it be that over time, depending on how long Robert Pattinson plays Batman, that we see him encounter an orphan child that suffered the loss of their parents? Bruce then sees this kid and understands what this kid is going through as of right now. Then goes back to thinking about the orphanage that his father had and how messed up the system was. Does he see this as an opportunity to save this kid, Jason Todd, from possibly being a part of the same issues Riddler had explained about the system being corrupted and everything that he had gone through? It's a possibility. Here's something else that could help my point a little more. Another major spoiler warning if you decided to stay and still haven't watched the movie. In the end, when Riddler is locked up in Arkham, we then see someone across the cell from Riddler. That someone is Joker. And with Jason Todd, if you remember, I said that he ends up becoming Red Hood, and you can't introduce Red Hood without introducing Joker as well. So with all these details coming together and pretty much making good sense, it doesn't seem too far-fetched for us to see a Robin that would be Jason Todd. Now, I said that I have 2 Robins that I believe would be best suited for this Batman. Here is my second Robin that I believe could be good for the Batman. So in the new Batman movie, we see a lot more of the detective side of Batman. Him and Jim Gordon work together a lot throughout the movie. Since this seems like this Batman will be expressing that side of him more, then it seems pretty clear that Tim Drake would be best suited for this Batman. Now you're probably wondering, why do you think that? Let me explain. When I gave you a quick breakdown of Tim Drake's Robin, I said he is arguably the smartest one on the list. Here's why. Tim Drake found out that Dick Grayson was Robin when he performed at the Halle Circus because he saw Robin do the same acrobatic move Dick Grayson does. On top of this, Tim sees Batman walk up to Dick Grayson after his parents died, and a few days later Bruce Wayne adopts Dick Grayson. Seeing all of this, Tim puts 2 and 2 together and ends up finding out that Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne are also Batman and Robin. To complement this point I make, this Batman here is arguably the smartest Batman that we have seen so far, considering that there is a lot more depth on how he tries to solve crimes in this movie. Even though Jim was helping Batman throughout the movie, Jim really wasn't too much help. He was just basically showing Batman the problem and just waiting for an answer from him. This caused Batman to have a few slip-ups considering it was only his 2nd year being Batman. If he had Tim Drake alongside with him, it would have been a lot easier solving Riddler's games that he had to go through. Another point I'll make here as well. Even though he may be the smartest, he also is arguably the weakest as well. If you compare him to the physique of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, Tim Drake is nowhere near them when it comes to the physical aspect of being Robin. Now, I mentioned the first 2 Robins in my point, now I'll explain why I'll be ruling out Stephanie Brown and Damian Wayne. Reason for Stephanie is it seems like Hollywood doesn't have a desire to make a female Robin as of right now, and that may not be in Matt Reeves' idea of what he has going forward with the Batman series. As for Damian, he's too young of a Batman as of right now to have a kid yet, unless we're doing a major time jump after this movie. Now, I know that my Tim Drake being Batman's Robin theory has a lot of holes in it, for the fact of mentioning him finding out about Batman and Robin being Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, because if we are going according to the comics accurately, we would need a Dick Grayson before we get a Tim Drake, right? So I am aware of that, but when it comes to Hollywood, we don't know what they have in store and what Matt Reeves could possibly think of for this Batman going forward. Anything is possible. And what's possible is for you hitting that subscribe button and supporting the channel. Make sure that you leave a like on this video because that helps out so much. Leave a comment down below on what you think and what may happen as far as them adding a Robin or not. If you haven't checked out my last videos, link is down in the description for those. Thanks for watching.